So, but, yeah, Howard,
He's a county official, but.
We've been very clear. We've been very clear, and I made a point of this. We made very clear that the citizens would be, or the pumps that the grant pays for. The grant pays for putting in the main system along the roads. It pays for the connection from the main system to the home for the ones who qualify, including the pump. But once that the pump guarantee is expired, and the company has extended the guarantee from 2 years to 5 years for the pump for this project. Once that 5 years is over, the residents are responsible for replacing their pump if it goes bad or any repairs to that pump. And they know that. We've made that very clear. And I think Larry's been out there with me, and we've talked to them, and I think they're very clear on what the costs are.
It's an 80-20, right?
Correct.
So we set aside whenever.
And we set aside $75,000 for this project.
The total cost now is going to be what, since the bid came in at that price?
Of our money, or total?
I can do it.
Total right now is $426,000.
Okay.
But
So it's 82,000 here versus 90,000 or 92,500, whatever that number is the other way.
we're you lost me.
Well, the original cost was 485.
That's the budget, yeah. The original
Okay,
budget.
so at
That's
the
what
end of
we
the
had
day,
to-
is 80%, 20%. So our part of that's $97,000. At 485. 20% of 485 is $90,000, I think.
It's a 75-20. This is 75-25.
Okay, so it's a little more than that. And our part of it's $120,250. Does that sound right?
Well, so what we have is we were awarded $410,856.
Okay.
Grant. We set aside $75,000.
Okay.
Okay. So for $485,856.
Okay. So if we don't spend all that,
Right.
which it doesn't look like we're going to,
I would like to use some of that money. There is some paving in the bid, but I would like to use some of that money for paving. And it would be grant money and some of the match. And then I would like that we could set aside what's left of the local match for any guarantee that would have to be paid. We could set that aside.
okay.
And that's a profit of $59,000.
Well, that's grant money included. Okay, so we wouldn't have access to the grant money we don't spend.
That's not a promise to guarantee, because even if it goes for 9 instead of the 20 that you're guaranteeing earlier, it seems to me that for these people out in Whitesburg, there's no ramification if they don't pay. And so, of course, as it stands right now, they've probably been talking to their friends over in Russellville and said, look, if you don't pay the sewer, nothing's going to happen. They're not going to shut it off.
Tillman, this is the way, if you guys have concern about this is the way I would like to approach that. One is that you as a body, okay, pass a resolution recommending to the utility district that they cut off the water of anybody who doesn't pay their sewer bill. That's one way to address it. Another way to address it is through my appointments to the utility district board. I appoint the board members, and I could appoint those who agree to cut off the water if they don't pay their sewer bill. But these people, these folks in this Whitesburg neighborhood, Larry, you correct me if I'm wrong, they don't have any choice. All of their septic systems have failed. They've got water standing in their yard on rainy days like we've had this summer. It's nasty, and they'll tell you that. And they came to the commission wanting this. So this is a public health situation
But
in that neighborhood.
If they don't pay it, is it legal for us to pay the bill?
That's right.
There is statute, I was looking at it this morning, that I don't know, Larry, that it addresses the guarantee. It addresses cities and counties working together.
So from the city's perspective on this, we're gonna go in with no city money, build a line out to Whitesburg, deliver them 25 new customers that are gonna pay into their city system. They've come nothing out of pocket, they get 100% of the benefits for it. I think they should be fined. I understand there has to be a certain amount of water flowing through the pipes in order to keep the maintenance up on them. But I would imagine they'd be fined even without that guarantee.
Oh, I can tell you, they're not.
No, that was a
And who pays to
provision
maintain it?
that the
The
city
city's
asked.
gonna maintain it, but that's a cost that's going to occur over the next 20 years.
You're right, and
And
let's
the
just say
25
nobody was
customers don't cover
paying.
maintenance costs,
If
they
no one's
might
paying,
do
then
it.
the city still has to maintain it.
Sure. But if the 25 customers don't cover maintenance costs, why do it?
Well, obviously, with those numbers, it does sound like it's going to cover.
That's not our issue, that's the city's issue.
Mr.
The
Chairman,
maintenance is the city's issue.
Mr. Chairman.
But paying for
Yeah.
their sewer bill is our issue.
Larry Clark from the city.
Sure.
Larry, would you just address the concept of why, of the guarantee and
Sure.
why you've asked for it?
Sure. Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. With any utility district, I understand the concept that, we're not building line. It's being done by the county grant funds. We'll take ownership of the lines that are in the public right of way. Those costs associated with that infrastructure, whether there's one drop of sewer in it or not, it still would cost the city money annually, no matter what, because of depreciation. And we have to totally fund depreciation. So that's where the minimum amount of 9 customers come from. That's basically the cost of the city's portion, where we will assume ownership of. Divide that over the 20-year life of the lines, which we assign that the useful life of sewer lines.
We want to dance. Mayor.
And that's the cost of those lines, whether there's a drop of liquid in it or not. It's going to cost the city the equivalent of 9 customers over the 20-year life of those lines.